Party people, what's going on? It's Samaj Marsh. I'm the founder of BlueDeathValley.com. I want to welcome you guys back to a special edition of Inside the Valley podcast that's both to relentless coverage of A&T football. Of course, I got my two co-hosts here to help me out on this special night. First up, former A&T wide receiver, Greensboro native, current athletic director at T.W. Andrews High School in High Point, North Carolina. My man Dougie Fresh Brown. What's up, Dougie?
Aggie Pride.
Aggie Pride. That's what I'm talking about.
What's up,
Douglas,
guys? Hey,
how you feeling? How you feeling, Dougie?
Man, feeling great, man. Feeling good. Hey, big week. Don't know what time it is, but yeah, everything's good, man. Aggie Pride. Good to see you guys.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
Hey, so listen, guys. First of all, I can't miss the guy in the middle. The man in the middle always speaks facts. Is not talking riddle. Longtime A&T insider, beat writer on BlueDeathValley.com for over 2 decades. Current president of the Greensboro chapter AAF, and he is my right-hand man, Mr. Craig Turner. What's up, CT?
Aggie Pride.
Aggie Pride. That's what I'm talking about. Oh man,
I'm feeling good.
Yeah,
that was a robust Aggie Pride. I can dig that. I'm talking. You might need to be a consultant for a Deuce Martin. We might have to hire you to train him on how to do that. That was pretty good.
I'll be his voice coach, man.
Yeah. I like that. All right. So is everybody in the chat? Are y'all hearing us loud and clear? Everything good in the chat? Everything good? Let me know if everything's happy. Everybody's good tonight in Aggie Nation. How we feeling, guys? Because I got one question for the chat. I got one question for the panel. And I need some truth serum right here now. All right, you gotta be honest. The question for tonight is: did you stay? Come on now. Did
hell yeah.
Stay? Did you stay?
Yeah. Oh yeah. You know I did.
on,
you know I did.
Okay. All right. I'm looking at the chat. Everybody who stayed and who had the dip. Who had?
We turn off the lights to the stadium.
That's right. That's right.
You know, somebody got to turn the lights off.
Yeah.
No.
Now, I will admit, I got to be honest with you guys. I got to be honest with you. About the 3-minute mark, I departed the actual stands. I did not leave the stadium. I departed the stands. And I went back to hang out with my man, Rat Brown, and at the tailgate. So I did, if you saw the back of my head going in the other direction, I have to admit, I was not in the actual grounds of the stadium when we tied the game up. But we was monitoring the score from the seats, from the tailgate. Had to get a couple hot dogs from Doug's parents and everybody. And then lo and behold, Craig, I hear a cannon go off.
Oh yeah.
I was like, yeah, man, like damn, the ROTC messed up again. Because that was like 3 false alarms during the game, right? It was like to shoot the cannons off like for a first down or whatever. Like, hold on a second, this is supposed to be scores only. Man. Why, hey Dougie, why are the cannons going off? We losing by 10 points. I didn't understand that.
Going off
then Dougie, so we there chilling. I think I was talking to Dave. No, who was that? I ain't talking to Dave. I was talking to somebody else.
Yeah, because Dave was with me up in the stands.
He was
watching the game.
Yeah. And I think it was somebody. Who's the next over tailgate from you, Dougie? Is it McNair?
Yeah, Rob McNair. Yeah.
It's Rob McNair and his boys. Somebody from Rob McNair's tent said, hey, it's going to overtime. And I said, excuse me, I beg your pardon. What's going on? And he said, yeah, it's going overtime. So of course, I had to put back on the laces. I had to speed back in the stadium, find out what the hell's going on. And lo and behold, when I turned that corner, security guards high-fived me. He said, do you believe? I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? We just lost by 10 points. What do I believe in? I looked at the score, 20-20. So Craig, you was in there. You saw everything. Doug, you was back in there too, right? Were you back in there at the time? Yeah.
See,
and so
like you said, there's a big difference between having left the game and having left your seat.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, but however, it was where was your heart? Where was your belief?
Oh, yeah.
And there were some folk that were really down and sulking and saying they didn't know how much more they could take, just a tough weekend, and Craig, as I always say, man, every Saturday in Aggie Stadium is a wonderful Saturday. But if you go back and you listen to Turkin and the broadcast, it was just a certain feel in the air, man, and you knew those guys were just waiting to turn the corner, waiting for the big play. And football's funny like that. So those guys never gave up. We'll talk more about that, but there was just a certain buzz in the air, man. I don't know if you guys know it, but I had some of my Hampton family in the house over at the tailgate, man.
Okay.
They left the game a little bit early. They had to get back home, and it's like the moment they left, things turned. But
okay.
It's something about it. But how sweet was that phone call and that FaceTime call with those guys after the game, man? So unbelievable, man. But that's what you get when you never give up, man. And I can't wait to talk about it. But man,
we're gonna talk about it. So Craig, you're the historian here. There's not much about A&T football in the last 40 years that you ain't witnessed personally. Have you ever seen a comeback like that? Because, like I said, I don't know if we were left for dead or all hope was lost. It was 10 points with under 2 minutes, right? And then we're gonna go through the last part scenario, but we were down. It was like 3rd and 10 at one point. We were on our own 18-yard line. The offense ain't done nothing for 2 quarters. We lost another starting quarterback, Nelson Lane. He leaves at halftime after doing a great effort, get us 10-10 at halftime. Put in Noah Sanders. They the number 7th guy on the depth chart.
Yeah.
Flash forward, we end up winning 33-30 in double overtime. Have you ever seen anything like that?
No, not in that shorter time frame. I've seen us make some fourth quarter comebacks,
right?
But never in a what's a minute 58 seconds when we on that third down play. That was unreal. Everything came together. Hampton gave us a gift by hitting one of our wide receivers late, which was the most. I watched the Pirate ship broadcast the other night, and they said the same thing. How stupid can you be to give up a third and 10 with a dumb penalty like that? And so there you have it. And after then, we took over. That's just like somebody took the paddles and put them on our chest and said, "Come back."
That's it. Clear. Like they say, clear. And they roll.
Clear.
Yes. That's a good way to say it.
Yeah, and we took a full advantage of it. I think that gave us that shot in the arm, and we were a totally different team in that last 2 minutes in both overtimes. We were a totally different team where we've been in the second half.
So 33-30 double overtime. We're gonna go through all the crazy turns and twists that led up to that final score. First of all, let me give a shout out to just basically all the fans who came out there. I know it was Aggie Family Day where they did something with the students and their family. So it was over 15,000 was the stated attendance, but it felt even more than that because I remember at halftime when all the kids start piling in and they start sliding over. I was just chilling on the visitor side. I ain't want to even walk the track, and they got crowded just like homecoming got crowded. It was everybody was just around me, and for the most part, up until when it kind of got lopsided in the fourth quarter, that crowd was into it. They were trying to do the wave. The band was rocking. Dougie, that was a pretty good atmosphere out there, wasn't it?
Man, it was a great atmosphere. And like I've said for the last couple of years, that opening contest at home is always a great game for us, almost a sellout, if not a sellout. And so we're to the point now that, you can expect 3 games a year, which is great. We talk about butts in the seats. We get butts in the seats on those games, Craig. That first home game, regardless of who we play, let me put the asterisk has it. It hadn't mattered who we play, whether we played Elon, Hampton, South Carolina State one year. It doesn't matter. So that's great. Then you accompany that with, a rival game like this weekend with the folks from down the street.
Oh, yeah, we're going to talk about that.
Or WSSU if we got to. And then homecoming. So we're to the point now where we're getting some folks in the stadium. But the atmosphere is always great. A lot of those students' first game, right? I always say the students show up for the first game. You hope that they stay through halftime and through the third quarter. And usually if the game is good, they'll stay the entire game if we're in it. So I don't fault the students for leaving. The students leave at every institution. But we want those students to stay around, at least for the first game, because hopefully we've shown now that the games will be exciting, that we always got a chance, and we're going to fight to the end. So I loved it, man. For a first game, like you said, top 5 in attendance. Yeah. HBCU wise, we're always going to be right up there at the top. So that's phenomenal, man. Let's keep the momentum going. Got a big one this week.
And before we get to all that, Craig, you had an announcement, right? Did you have an update for the ticket sales for this week against Central?
Yeah, from what I could find out this afternoon, making a couple phone calls and checking some things online and verifying it, that game is sold out.
Mm.
That game is sold out.
Hey, it's Wednesday at 8:15, and we've already sold out another game. This not even homecoming. So, like Dex said, this is going to be a banner year attendance-wise.
Yeah. It's going to be big. Saturday's going to be big. About the only place you can get tickets now, you're going to have to go to one of the ticket brokers online, because some folks I know went to try to get tickets around lunchtime today, and they were gone. So you better go online and hit whatever ticket service you use, because that's about the only way you're going to find them.
So we talked about that atmosphere, and really that was just even before the comeback win, right? Even just that day, earlier, just the pregame in the tents in the parking lot, just felt different, man. I think the pride, the swagger is definitely back in Aggie Nation, and of course our new head coach Sean Gibbs embodies that. Like I said last week, he gets us, he understands us, he speaks our language. And that was just evident in the way the team played. They did not quit, and because Coach Gibbs would not allow them to quit. Like that dude, he's a competitor. I bet he's as cutthroat playing spades or dominoes or marbles. That dude does not like to lose. He does not like to tap out and say, I submit. He won't do it. Man, Dougie, next week's gonna be a battle. Next week's going to be a brawl, man.
Well, I mean, you're right, man. I love the fact that you highlighted Coach and the fact that he has that no-quit attitude. But it's not just talk, right? He leads by example. And, I think it's evident when you turn on the film. It didn't just happen out of nowhere, right? On that third down stop, after we made a stop, Coach Gibbs called a timeout, right? Called a timeout to stop the clock when we were down 10 points. Because he wanted to give our team a chance. Without that timeout, we don't get the opportunity to go down and score a touchdown, kick onside kick, get the ball back, move the football, and kick a game time field goal to send it overtime. So it all started with Coach Gibbs calling that timeout, right? And that's one thing when you turn on the film, I was really impressed with, again, coaching and just talking it, right? He could have said, we're down 10. I'm going to throw the towel in. I got respect for the coach on the sideline. No, coach, he's gonna fight you till it's over, till there's all zeros on the clock, Craig. And he did the math, knew we had a chance, and we got that big third down stop. He was prepared to call the timeout. It's not like somebody yelled over in his ear, say, "Hey, coach, call the timeout." No, he was ready on the spot to call the timeout as soon as we made the stop, and that was the difference. You go back and look at the film, that was the difference. So kudos to coach and his coaching staff, right? Because they were in unison. Samaj can't say anything about clock management, down the stretch when you got guys that were that in sync that not only, again, when they were in a position to go for the win, They went for the win. They didn't settle for being in field goal position, knowing that you had a weapon with Money Brown.
That's a great point.
Shots at the end zone.
Oh, that's a great point. Hey, Doug, that's an excellent point, because what you're talking about is that, and this is something that was been so painful for fans over the years, is that we always made repeated mistakes. We'd over and over again. Discipline, having too many men on the field. But Coach Gibbs, to his credit, after week 1 at Tennessee State, he took blame for all the things that didn't go well. He said, "What? I gotta get better with clock management. I gotta make sure that we're more aggressive at the end of the game." And we did that. 2 weeks later against Hampton, we end up doing that. The clock management was perfect. The field goal unit, Dougie, let's give credit to those big boys.
Execution
on the field goal protection, not just the kicker, but those guys, those big hog mollies up front. They didn't get pushback this time when it counted.
Well, the coaches made some changes, right? They made a few changes, made a few tweaks in personnel, and they made some adjustments they saw fit, and we were able to go out there and execute, not once, but not twice, but including those extra points, right? So Money Brown's back in the fold, man, looked as good as ever, but shows you that the operation is still clean. And there's a good chance that when he lines down to make a kick or to attempt a kick, that he's going to make it. So coach still has confidence in him. The team has all the confidence in the world in him. CA, Special Teams Player of the Week. He should rack up a few of those this year.
Yeah. So look, let's go ahead. Let's talk about Coach Gibbs and give a few highlights from his press conference on Monday. Craig, it's good seeing you and Mitzi out there at the what was that, the Beast Ballroom. I like always, and I saw Dave. Dave was in town, and he'll be if you guys are fans of Dave from the Panthers podcast, he'll be in town on Saturday again. It's good seeing those guys. But I saw all the usual suspects at the press conference, and Coach Gibbs, man, you could tell the wind was behind his back. Now he got that signature win that we was hoping he'd get. The one signature win that eluded his predecessor, Vincent Brown. So now he has that cachet, guys. When he says, you got to believe, the kids understand what he's talking about, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. When you have a win like this in your third game, man, I mean, you're like speaking from the mount now. You're speaking the gospel to these kids. They're going to run through a wall. They was going to run through a wall for you anyway, but now they see, man, this guy knows what he's talking about. So let's just go to Monday real quick and show you some highlights from Coach Gibbs.
Good afternoon. I want to start off by thanking my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for all that he has done and all that he will continue to do. I'd also like to start this off by making an apology.
Okay, there you go. So a lot of people on our board were they have pointed to the post-game celebration, if you want to call it that. There was a kind of a little, not a dust up, but it was I would say maybe a incident right at the end of the game. It appeared that both teams, the coaches were going to shake hands, but somehow those signals got crossed, and the Hampton coach, I guess, opted not to shake hands or not to high five, whatever. He just made, I guess, a beeline for the locker room, and Coach Gibbs was on his way to shake hands. He took that as a form of disrespect, and so Coach Gibbs had some colorful comments aimed at the Hampton sideline. There wasn't any shoving. Nobody had to get broken up. No melees, anything like that. But it was caught on the open mic. I think HBCU game day was out there, and they caught some colorful language by Coach. And it wasn't the best look. I ain't think nothing of it. But
I didn't either.
Yeah. I know Doug's kind of got sensitive ears, so he
just just exchanging pleasantries. I see you later, safe travels, those sorts of things. That's all it was, man.
Yeah.
See you next year.
That's all.
Have a safe trip back to the 7th or 5-7.
That was it.
The Tidewater area. Yeah. So, but I guess evidently somebody from maybe the conference office, made a phone call. But Coach was apologetic, and he says it probably won't happen again.
My actions after the game on Saturday against Hampton It was caught on tape, and I just want you guys to know that that's not how I want to represent myself, my family, this program, or this university, and that won't happen again. So thank you for that.
No problem,
and I
Coach.
apologize.
We got you back,
but
Coach.
To the game,
yeah.
I can't tell you how proud I am of these guys. They showed the heart of a champion.
Ooh.
To be down 10 points with under a minute left and to come back and find a way to win the football game shows the resiliency that these guys have. They've got a lot of fight. We were able to win a football game, our first CAA win with our 6th and 7th quarterback.
7th heaven. All right. So let's not discount the fact. Going into this game, you had 2 quarterbacks who were healthy. Neither quarterback made the trip to Orlando the previous week. Right. So they weren't even the emergency quarterback in Florida. that's buried on the depth chart. And Dougie, you can attest to this. When you are on a football program doing game week, you're not 1, number 2, number 3. You ain't even getting a whole bunch of scout team reps. Right? You splitting warm up reps with everybody else, and then once the teams start getting serious, they tell you to stand over there and just hold a clipboard or take notes or take mental reps, whatever. You're not getting a lot of work. So these 2 guys, well, last 2 weeks weren't doing nothing. Now, bam, it's on y'all. If we're gonna get our first conference win, we're gonna upset Hampton. We're gonna get Coach Gibbs the first win of his A&T career. It's gonna be down to a true freshman in Nelson Lane, who was in high school this year, and Noah Sanders, who was, but for whatever reason, the number 7th guy on the depth chart from the spring.
Right. Now, they're not. Now, I want people to understand that was just the number that they were in the organizational chart.
Yes, sir.
The reason we were able to win is because they don't see themselves like that. They both see themselves as the number 1 guy. And that's the only way that you're going to get a program to where we're trying to go is when everybody prepares like they're a starter. So I want to tip my hat to the quarterbacks, Noah and Nelson, to Coach McGee for getting those guys prepared, as well as the entire quarterback room, because it took all of them. This shows what a family those guys are. But, it was a great game. Guys made plays when it mattered, and we were able to get our first CAA win, first home win, and it was a wonderful thing. But now it's time to move on and flush that victory. This week, 4 o'clock on Saturday, we got North Carolina Central.
Woo!
Great team, championship team. They have a great coaching staff led by Coach Oliver, 2 really good coordinators, and Coach Leone and Jesse Thompson. They got a really good quarterback, really good running back, Chris Mosley. He's explosive. They play hard on defense. They got a nasty offensive line.
Who cares?
And it's going to be a challenge. But this is the game.
Yes,
this
sir.
is not just another game on our schedule. It's versus North Carolina Central. It's our rival. We're looking forward to it. We're going to exceed their physicality. We're going to exceed their effort, and we're ready to go. So,
oh man, hey yo, I'm hyped. So that's hey Craig, that's all we wanted. Somebody who understands that this is not just another game.
Yeah, really. It's Central and A&T. I mean, to me, it's the biggest rivalry in HBCU football. I'll put that up against Grambling and Southern, and FAMU and whoever. But FAMU and Jackson, I think, is their biggest rival. But A&T and Central, this is a bloodbath. Okay, this is what these 2 guys. These two do not like each other.
Yeah.
They respect each other, but they do not like each other at all. And after that beating we took down there last year, we didn't even give token resistance in that. And I put that put that out of sight, but that's got to be in the back of the mind of every kid that was involved in that game last week. So last year. So going into this week, those guys are going to be pumped. They got something to prove. There's not going to be any surrender flags from either side come Saturday night. This last man standing is the way it's going to turn out. So I can't wait for it. I've been chomping at the bit ever since the scoreboard went 0-0 last week. All I was thinking about, man, Central. Waiting a long time for this one, but it's you're right. It is great to see a coach have a coach here that understands the importance of the rivalry, the tradition between these two great institutions, and that I think I don't like to talk about past coaches, but he missed the boat. Our past coach missed the boat on that deal.
Yeah,
that ain't happening no more. That's gone.
Hey, Dougie, you and I were on the sideline in that regrettable day last fall in Durham, and we looked at each other and we were like, "Good Lord, what's happening?" But like Coach Gibbs said in the press conference, they told us to take that thing back to Greensboro. So guess what? We're back in Greensboro. So now we got something to do about it, right? How pumped up? How pumped up on a scale of 1 to 10 are you for this matchup on Saturday?
Well, I'm trying to keep it under right at a 5 right now.
Oh, okay.
No pun intended. Yeah, I'm trying, man. It worked for me last week. I just, something about the season, man. Watching the team grow, watching our program come together, it kind of feels like the beginning. Like Coach said, this is just the beginning.
Yeah.
And so it allows me to watch the game and come to the games with a new approach, a newfound calmness, Craig. Because there was a stretch there that I was pulling out the last little bit of hair I had, right? And I picked up a few of those grays from some of the stress over the last couple of years. But no, on a serious note, man, you heard me talk about just being a supporter, man, and how happy I am for this team and some of these guys and some of the families, right? The neat thing about this past weekend is I had a chance to see so many of the families and friends that we talk about, and those kids end up having huge impacts on the game, right? And those are the guys that we were happy stayed over and had a chance to be coached or coached again by this coaching staff, and just so happy that these kids are walking in what we hope, in the direction we hope they will walk in, and the path we hope they will walk in. And, this game right here is different. And these guys have seen, some of these guys have been around long enough to see both sides of the coin, right? But I'm happy that, not happy, but, I think it's fortunate that our guys had the experience that they had last year, right? And was able to make their way through not only that Central game, but the rest of the season. It made this past win that much sweeter, right? Like I told Samaj, I think this win has cracked my top 15 A&T wins of all time, Craig, that I've experienced. And there's a short list a long list of reasons why. But you throw in the fact that it's our first CAA win, Coach Gibbs' first win at A&T, we won the home opener. All those guys that came back that we talked about.
Doug, it's been a while since we won the first game at home. That's been a minute. Good Lord, I forgot about that.
You talk about charting a new path, man. Coming out and winning your home opener, man, and winning your first CAA game.
Ended the 12-game losing streak, and we ended the 4-game losing streak to Hampton. So a couple streaks snapped that night.
Yeah, man. And some of those guys. A handful of those guys are from Virginia, not to mention the 2 quarterbacks that got a chance to play.
That's right.
Noah, a Coach Brown holdover, was a 3-star guy. So how nice is it to have, your 7th guy, a 3-star quarterback, transfer from Delaware, and then a Coach Gibbs guy as well. So it shows you that, man, it's not all just about the Joes. That sometimes you have to go the extra mile, right, or care or demonstrate a certain passion. And that kind of bleeds over into your team, man. And those guys were able to put it together. And I do believe this is just the beginning, right? This week right here at home, man, this is special, man. And
we get this one. Hey, we get this one. Everybody, all the pundits gonna have to tear up their little predictions because now it's like we uncharted territory. If we can win this game Saturday and get to 2-2. And Central's a damn good program. I'm not even gonna take anything from them.
They are good.
That would be a quality win. That quarterback does give me the fits. I've been watching a lot of film on Walker Harris. If we can get that one, Dougie, then like I don't know what we are. Like, I thought I knew something about this team and some of the shortcomings, but and then guess what, Dougie? We're gonna get some of these quarterbacks back eventually. Some of the starters. All these guys in out for the year. You know, there might be some prizes on Saturday. You gotta look out for it. So,
well, I'm sure Coach Gibbs will tell you, it's one game at a time, and he, I love the fact that he was able to take what he had, take the hand he was dealt, and went out there and made the best of it. And that shows you, the quality of the staff, right? It wasn't just one guy here, one guy there. Anytime you're a unit, your offensive unit loses a quarterback, everybody's, affected, right? Whether it's the snap count and the offensive line having to get used to a new cadence, or the receivers getting used to a new ball, like, man, those things matter. And so our coaches put our kids in the right position when it mattered, right? Like the game is 4 quarters, Craig. So when you get done in the first 2 minutes or the last 2 minutes, it's about execution, right? And I'd much rather be on this side of the coin than the other side, but there's room for improvement. Those guys are getting better every week. For us, I think it's going to come down to execution and assignment, right? Making sure that we tackle well in space, and our staff will do the best they can to put us in the right position. But you can be in the right position, you got to make the play, and so hopefully, I think our guys do a great job of putting us in position more than enough times, right? Like there's going to be some times when a good catch or a good throw beats you, but you want to be in position, ready to make the play, more times than not. And our guys are creative. We saw some wrinkles out there. And, we talk about the on the field part, but there's definitely the off the field and the chess match between the coaches, and they know each other well. They know what each other likes to do. A lot of familiarity there. So we'll see, man. Leone has been a thorn in our side for many years, right?
Good coach. Yeah.
Now, we know what they're going to do to us. We've seen them not only on this side. We've had coaches that's been in practice with those guys, and like I said, a lot of familiarity, but my talk would be to the officials to make sure that none of the funny stuff is going on, Craig. None of those rub routes and those illegal underneath stuff and holding. He's holding, Mr. Rep. They love to hold.
Yeah.
Like Gibbs said in the press conference, they're nasty. They got a nasty offensive line.
Yeah.
And it's going to be one of those games where we're going to have to play within ourselves. And I think Gibbs and those guys do a good job of taking us right to the limit.
Let's speak on that real quick. And we're about to get to some highlights in a second, but let's speak on that real quick. How? Now, I want the chat to give me your thoughts on this. How are we going to manage and not temper down, but just, I guess, focus our emotions? Because you got to have some emotional fervor to play football. You cannot just come from Bible study and go straight to football field. You're going to have to find some way to dig into that dog inside you. And I mean, Saturday, Central's going to come off the bus and they're going to come midfield. They're going to do it, right?
Yeah.
Our guys are going to come our guys going to come off from their sideline and they're going to go to midfield too, because that's our logo, that's our territory. We as good as I think we're going to be Saturday, we can't afford to lose no starters, because the pregame trash talk got a little too intense and somebody threw a punch. We're going to have to find some way to keep that thing under control and just unleash it during the 60 minutes of actual football.
Unleash. Worry ye not. Craig, hold on one second. Worry ye not, Samaj Marsh. When we equipped this coaching staff, not only did we think about A, we thought about everything between A and Z. Have you forgotten who we have on this staff, sir? We have one, not only Mr. Tony McCray. All right, I'm not worried about anybody coming on Tony McCray's field. Matter of fact, when Tony McCray went here, he let us know this is his field, right?
That's true. Okay. That was it. I remember that.
Nobody else coming in here and get on Tony's field. Tony got that covered, man. He and his guys, they'll make sure we got all that covered, man. But, all right, so don't worry about that.
I don't expect anything like we had in 2017. We were undefeated, and they were coming in, and one of their guys got thrown out before even the coin toss started.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's when they wore the rings to the coin toss period. That's when they wore the rings. I think they might have been champs the year before, or had a share of it, and they came in there with the rings, man, in midfield, and that was the day the bully got bullied, right? And, put him back in their place. So,
and I don't see that happening. I don't see that happening. Trey Oliver, and you got to remember Trey Oliver and folks who weren't at the press conference or didn't see the replay of it. Trey Oliver and Coach Gibbs were roommates at Central, so they know each other really well. Yeah, and I think there's more than enough mutual respect that they understand that they're going to have both of them are going to have their teams fired up, but they'll have them under control. I don't see that happening. There's too much respect between those two guys to let either team get out of control in the pregame. But it's going to be fun to watch. It's going to be fun to watch, though.
It's going to be crazy.
Those guys haven't shown that they can stay under control in any setting. There was important football being played. Not in the state of North Carolina. They hosted Howard the other year. It was a problem. They see us, it's going to be us, and pushing us a problem. Now, they've been able to hold it together when they've been to Atlanta. But in the state of North Carolina, they ramp it up a little bit. And like you said, that's fine. They can repeat 2017 if they want to, Craig. They can have a few guys go to the locker room early if they can't get it together. So,
well. All right, so guys, I know this is kind of a lot of people's favorite part of the show. We're gonna go early. I need everybody, because this is a happy moment, guys. If we're not sad like last week, I need everybody to join in. Come on, y'all. Get your cell phones. When was the last time they heard you say this play? Come on, Dougie. Change the momentum. These 3 plays. Come on, Dougie. You was in the gospel choir. Short and simple. You know it, Dougie. These 3 plays. All right, y'all. Consequential, Craig. All right.
Yeah, so let's roll that tape.
These 3 plays for the Hampton game. We gotta set this up. And y'all, Doug is sandbagging. I remember when Lonzo Lee was going around town to every black church in the city of Greensboro. There was 2 people who grabbed the mic. One was Rico Watkins, the other was AD Fresh. Both of y'all was rocking the spot.
Not quite. Craig, what was that?
Shiloh Baptist Church, Mount Zion, everywhere.
What was he singing in? F minus, Craig?
I think that was. I don't know. I think that was the key of Q.
Oh
man!
Come on, guys.
Only dogs can hear that.
This stadium.
These 3 plays. All right, so look.
Precedent.
Let's start. So it is 20-10, a minute 38. Things looking rough. All right. 3rd and 10. So we started this drive off. Down defense got a good stop. Let's give them credit. They did everything they could to keep this thing possible. So it's first down. Noah Sanders comes out and he has a kind of an unorthodox throwing motion, a little bit of Uncle Rico. He got a little sidearm, incomplete pass. 2nd down, they called another play. We can't hand the ball off now. They were trying to baby him. Coach Gibbs said that. We trying to keep him with kid gloves, but we got to unleash him now because we got to move down the field. More than 82 yards to at least give ourselves a chance. So we got to score a touchdown here. And this is 3rd down and 3rd and 10.
And everybody knows where to find us. Our position does not change no matter the game.
I mean, even today I'm walking up to the stadium. I'm like, man,
3rd and 10.
It smells great around here. All I smell is food.
I will say it is great to be back. It's been a long off season.
Yeah, first down. Another bad pass.
Incomplete, and now a flag comes flying in.
What? Hold on.
I think they're going to say Hightower didn't need to hit him.
It was a bad pass, a little bit too high, but they bailed us out.
And now temper's starting to flare.
Let's see what happens here.
Jawing at each other here as we await the call on the field.
Oh, it's going to be.
So, Doug, if we don't get this, listen, if we don't get this penalty and get a new first down, new lease on life, stop the clock, it's 4th and 10. He just missed 3 bad balls. I don't know if we're going to do anything on 4th down. And I think Hampton might even start making some subs in the secondary. They trying to get some of their bench warmers in the game. That was nothing for the last quarter and a half that showed that we had any capacity to throw the ball more than 5 yards down the field. So that was the first play. That I guess unnecessary roughness penalty to give us a new lease on life and extend the drive.
3rd and 1.
All right, so now we get down the field. After that incompletion, Noah Sanders, he finds a little rhythm, and he starts making some little checks down, whatever, and he gets down the field. Believe it or not, 3 out of his next 4 balls are completions. 3rd down, we got a minute left on the clock. We still down 10 now, so we can't play around. We can't do no handoffs. We still got to throw the ball, and this is probably one of his best passes of his life.
Sanders down the seam, complete to Warren, and he's in for 6.
Stranger things have happened.
Big play, Jameson Warren.
Noah Sanders, when you keep the ball down, good things can happen. Steps up in the pocket,
Uncle
rifles
Rico
it down the seam.
That was spot on.
And that's a beautiful pitch and catch.
Doug, that's what we call thread and needle, right?
Thread and the needle.
There's the
Can't
needle.
throw it
money.
any better. Can't
And I
throw
feel
it any better. Cannot throw it any better.
Awesome. Just hit him in stride. He didn't have to slow down. We got in the box. We couldn't play around. We didn't need to just get to the 1 yard line and then lose 40 seconds because that's gonna mess us up because we still get some points. So we need to score, and we did. Perfect pass. I'm so happy for Warren. He had so much trials and tribulations the last couple of years with injuries and this and that. And finally, he stayed with it. That was the whole theme of the night, resilience, man. Everybody at some point had a chance to quit. Noah Sanders, that dude, he had a conversation with his parents, right?
Yeah.
They was like, hold on, son. So you tell me they're going to start a true freshman over you? And you been here last year, and you a junior, and you used to be a 3-star, and they got you on the depth chart, number 7. They ain't going to play you this game? You had 3 guys. You had 3 guys get hurt last week, and they still ain't going to play you? I'm just gonna wait my turn. I'm gonna be ready when I call. And guess what? He waited his turn. He was ready when he was called, and he will go down in Aggie history to lead one, like what Doug said, one of the top 5 games, top 10 games he ever seen.
Yeah, the thing about Noah Sanders, and I said it, I alluded to it last week that I thought he was going to play a pivotal role in this game at some point in time. He has got a very calm demeanor about him, and like he said at the press conference, it didn't start out well for him as far as maybe some of the early pass attempts. Yeah, but he stayed with it, and like you said, he got into a rhythm, and they turned him loose. They took the handcuffs off of him and let him do what he does naturally, and he proved out. So big players make plays. That's what it comes down to. The kid can play.
Yeah, and Doug, one thing we saw in the spring game, he might not be so great on timing routes. He has some questionable footwork. He doesn't really always get fully set when he makes those throws. He's kind of conditioned to kind of throw off platform, but he throws a good deep ball. And so I think if you're going to play him, if for whatever reason, if he has to play this week get Central on Saturday, I think the game plan is let him be him, let him take some shots downfield. I think that's kind of his wheelhouse a little bit. But let me go to this final
Jameson
play.
Warren, you look up at the scoreboard. I mean, it's 57 seconds left. There are no timeouts. one timeout for A&T. You kick the onside. If you get the onside, not only
you just got to get the field goal range.
You just
see, I love Spence and Damian. They're like prophetic on it. When you talk about a wonderful, insightful play-by-play team, these guys were dropping. Go back and watch the replay if you can. These guys are dropping nuggets the whole game, and they set the stage. You say this ain't over. All we need is on until I kick near. Stranger things can happen.
Yeah.
So
got to get in field goal range. So I've seen stranger things happen, but
he said
see those front.
And here's the stranger things. We gotta get this. We got 57 seconds left. I believe no timeouts. We didn't have any timeouts when we started the drive because we had to stop the clock just to get the ball back. So 57 seconds, no timeout. And down by 3. So if they recover this, we're 0-3, right? And we're going into Central with another bad loss. But we got a guy by the name of Money Brown, Dougie. Let's see what he does.
Line guys for Hampton, Ferguson, Jr., Moss, Richardson. That's where they're aiming at here. Let's see what happens.
Brown gets the
Good
high bounce, and Aaron Harris comes up with it. A&T is alive.
And all you have to do is get into field goal range. Looked like the Aggies were dead in the water. This game was a foregone conclusion.
And now flags come flying in, tempers flaring.
And I think that's going to add yardage on to North Carolina A&T. And the Aggies are in business now. You're saying getting field goal range. I'm saying touchdown if I'm A&T. I'm thinking touchdown. I'm thinking win the game.
Bounce.
Let's see where this goes. Anthony Florio.
Oh, Aaron Harris.
And a lot of fans
never forget this hill.
Started to leave around the 8-minute mark in the stand.
So look, Aaron Harris, he's made a lot of plays. I think his freshman year, he ran back a kick. He'll probably never forget. That'll probably be one of his top 2-3 plays at A&T. That just recovering the onside kick. Perfect execution.
He's got a kickoff return against his freshman year. He got a kickoff return last year to open up the game at Central.
Yeah.
Numerous plays on defense, but special team wise, man, just came up big again. Huge recovery. You talk about the kick, man. Not only was it perfect, right? The execution of your own side unit was perfect, but I mean, Money even put a little English on it. It looked like it was turning back towards.
Oh man, that was perfect.
Remote control. It was a remote control. Hop.
Yeah.
Normally you take the big hop and it's still angled towards, the sideline or appointment. That thing started turning back towards Aaron Harris, man. Money, that might be the best onside kick you guys are going to see for a long time.
Can't do no better.
Because you don't see him. I mean, you're really going to see him in the NFL anymore. But in college-wise, man, that was it. You can't do it any better. Those guys froze, Craig. He didn't want to catch it. He didn't even think it was going to clear 10 yards. That's exactly what you wanted to do. I mean, really, do you have a chance to catch it and pretty much, go and touch, right? Like, man, perfect.
Yeah. That was beautiful. Hey, Craig, and to add insult to injury, as soon as we recover the kick, I'm not sure what happened, but they end up doing something crazy. I mean, Hampton just had a total collapse, right? And they give us another 15 yards on an unsportsmanlike penalty. So now we already start in Money Brown's territory. We just need to get a couple more, chip plays, get a little further down. But that was frustration. Plays. Yeah.
That was frustration on Hampton's part. Because I happened to see it out the corner of my eye while everybody was, celebrating. They came up out of the pile and he got up in the months, the A&T guys who were celebrating, and he took a shot. He took a swing at one of the guys, and the referee, he took a swing. He got bumped a little bit. Nobody, it wasn't any. It was just guys bumping into each other, being in that close proximity. But I guess he thought, less of it and took a swing. And you don't swing in front of the referee. Yeah, referee's always going to see the guy doing this.
Retaliation too. Yeah.
Boom. That went the penalty.
Hold on a second, guys. The background noise. I'll tell you. So, gentlemen, those were these 3 plays, and it set up what will never be forgotten by me. 33-30. We go into overtime. Actually, y'all want to watch them? Y'all want to watch some film from the overtime? Because this is one of those unforgettable wins.
Yeah, as great as the comeback was, the overtime was even better.
Yeah, let's watch some overtime footage, man.
Off Hampton for the first time in several years, and anything can happen in.
Say again now.
I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like when we got into overtime, it was our game to win, right?
Yeah, I agree.
I agree. Yeah. I don't think there's anything that could have happened that we were not ready for. But first, we had to actually go to overtime. Let me show you the Money Brown. I don't want to shortchange him. Let me actually show you the actual game tying field goal, which I think everybody was feeling good about just because we had opportunity and when it seemed like this game was a wrap. But if anybody still remember Tennessee State, we had to make sure that we had all those issues corrected. Granted, Money Brown did make a 49-yarder in the first half. So, I think we already kind of showed that we could do it, but now this is crunch time and we don't want to end another game with a block or some type of protection issue.
OT, so a lot of things on the line. You mentioned A&T trying to get their first conference win, CAA win, and trying to knock off Hampton for the first time in several years. Big kick here.
From 38 yards out, Andrew Brown. Page to hold. The kick is good. We're knotted up at 20 on the east side of Greensboro. Andrew Brown.
And I'm going to say this. Andrew Brown, ice water in his veins. A big kick right down the middle. And I'm going to have to text my wife. Baby, have some coffee ready for me when I get home. Probably won't be until about 2 o'clock in the morning, but I'm good with it.
They was a fool, man. I love his commentary.
This is
first overtime
the best,
period.
I think, opening.
First, we get the ball first. We don't waste any time, man. I think we're feeling good. Got a new lease on life. And look at this offensive line, Craig, and tell me if they bulldoze folks.
Game I've had in quite some time as a commentator.
Graves on the ground, shuffles around the defender, down the sideline. Graves angled out of bounds inside the 5.
And that momentum, that Mo, as they call it, has carried over into overtime. And Wesley Graves, great blocking up front. You see the kick out on the outside, and Graves, what did Chris Berman say? Rumbling, bumbling.
And Doug, Coach Gibbs alluded to that. He said at this time of the game, late in the fourth quarter, extra period, that is probably the least desirable person you want to tackle on the planet, right?
Who walk off West? Walk off Wesley Graves. Listen, I had to give him another nickname after he got a second walk-off overtime touchdown win. But, yeah, man, that guy right there, we talk about him being a bell cow early in the season. Yeah. Even down at UCF, man, having to carry the load. He takes a lot of punishment, but gives more punishment than he takes. But you definitely don't want to see West coming when he's sniffing that goal line, man, because what he does, he's like a heavyweight boxer. He sets you up. And you'll notice that guy that's supposed to meet him in the hole, he was expecting to get ran over. Like, he was expecting contact. And what they forget about West is he's got some feet on him too, right? He's elusive as they come. And he showed you at Tennessee State. He shows you again right there. Makes the guy miss in the hole for probably what was one of the biggest runs in the game, man. So shout out West. Shout out the whole running back crew because they all got it done. But that was a huge run by West and the O-line, man. If you go back and look at it, man, we got some young beef in there.
Yeah, we do.
So things are looking up for us, man. Some of those guys that you guys been waiting to see starting to come along.
Down to the 4-yard line, and the Aggies are in business.
First and goal from the 4 for North Carolina A&T. Back to Graves.
All right, gets right there.
He is down on the doorstep.
Graves gets down to about the 1.5 yard line. And
how about that push up front?
Well, when you get an extra sense of juice, I mean, you're in the ball game. I mean, you have an opportunity to win it. when you were on the cusp of
There it
losing.
goes.
And I think
We're in
the
there.
Aggies are in the end zone. The most improbable wins I've seen in quite some time.
And how
you
about
mentioned the
this?
push up front.
How about
From
this?
the big guys.
Noah Sanders. You got to feel good for the young man. The
There you go.
7th quarterback on the depth chart, and he got the call there to punch it in overtime.
Is on.
Poetic justice. So now we're up 27-20. All we gotta do is get these guys out the box, right? They can't kick a field goal. That's not enough. So they gotta score a touchdown. But Doug, once again, the middle of our defense kind of left a lot to be desired. We gave up some big runs in the first half with the I guess in the third quarter actually too, for the Hampton quarterback. We still are having some. It's not a talent issue, Craig. Seems like a communication problem.
It's a lot of young guys in our secondary and that linebacker. Good athletes, good ball players, but they're still got some green in them. They got some learning to do, and they were looking for Freeman to take off with it. I was too for the map, because he had been running every time they needed yardage. That's who they went to. It was Freeman left, Freeman right, Freeman up the middle, and they were looking for him. And good play call by Hampton. No question.
I was about to say, Chris, good play call, man. The guy really
Good play call.
It was a good play call.
Hampton, do you run it? Do you put it in the air and risk the interception? Do you leave it in the hands of Freeman with his legs, quarterback draw?
I think that's the answer. I think you put your team on Isaiah Freeman's shoulders. You have to live and die by your quarterback. Hightower, the motion man.
You're one tipped interception away from losing this ball game if you're Hampton.
Play action, the throw over the middle to Hightower, and he'll step into the end zone.
And there's the answer from the Pirates. And I think that the Aggies sold out to stop the run and forgot about the option to pass that RPO wide open.
Hightower only playing offense because of the Passant injury in the first half, and he was left wide open in the middle.
Now, important extra point here.
And they'll go to it again. Freeman tucks, runs, and he is.
So they get the extra point. They it's 27-27 now. Second overtime. Now they switch. They go first. And that first run, we kind of snuff it out. So now they are a little bit behind the change. It's first and 10. They don't get that much.
Is brought down after a gain of 1. But how about this, Damian? Credit to Hampton. You got sent to the canvas, and on that 9 count, before 10, you got up and you just threw a touchdown to get to the final round.
That was a perfect play call by Hampton. It's A&T sold out to stop the run. Seam route wide open for the game time touchdown.
2nd and 9. Freeman dropping back. He's under pressure. Rolls out in trouble.
Wide open for the game time touchdown.
2nd and 9. Freeman dropping back. He's under pressure. Rolls out in trouble. Throws, and that will go out of bounds.
All right, so now he's facing 3rd down.
That's a big pressure. A&T, good get off by the Aggies D-line there.
Hey, Doug, how was number 6 playing the corner this game?
Hey, man, Ty was solid. We didn't give up too many big plays. He was in the guy's hip pocket, some deep balls, so we got to continue to be solid back there.
Yeah, I like, man, that's one of my guys. He's one of your Doug's dudes, but he's one of my guys, man. We got to get him on the show. We got to sit down with Ty because he has so much perspective, playing safety, being a graduate, seeing it all, been through the rough patch, and now we back on the up climb. I think he'd be a great dude to talk to.
Absolutely.
Go ahead, Greg.
Yeah, I was going to say, that on that third down play, big shout out to the kids who came up from Fort Valley, Marquise Hood and Tim Alderman. Those guys came off that side, and he was running for his life.
Yeah.
Those are 2 quality football players. People want to talk about Division I, Division II. It's all about talent, man. It don't make any difference what school you're playing at. If you can play, you can play. Those 2 guys are really good.
Yeah, difference makers. automatic differentials. They came in here from day one and just doing good things.
And you keep contained for the Aggies and not allow Freeman to get the edge and force him to throw the ball away.
What the hell is that sign?
Tim Alderman.
What is that, man? I be seeing it like grab their nose and waving. What they saying? Like PU or something? Or what? Is that some gang? Is that some new gang on the south side I'm not familiar with? Like I've seen it all around.
It's a celebration, man. Cam Ward used to get it going a lot of times. Miami, man, you know the Miami mascot used to do it a lot.
Okay, we got to figure that one out. I think
that's
we
for the young boys.
Yeah. All right, we'll figure.
Can't think of his
name. Heck of a play, young.
Was that?
I can't think of the Miami's mascot's name, but he does it all. He was one that used to do it a lot.
Okay, come on, A&T, don't be copycats. We got our own.
One of them kids. Oh man, every kid in America is doing it. I mean,
right.
it's
okay. I thought he had to blow his nose or something. All right,
man.
3rd and 9 for the Pirates. Double overtime in Greensboro. And the CAA game of the week.
They can force a field goal defensively if you're A&T.
Freeman dropping back, pressured, and that will fall.
Now I tell you, when I was in the stadium, I was back in the stadium by now. Okay, I already found out the game was back on, so I'm back comfortable on the business side. I just knew that was about to be an interception because if he just looked for the ball, he would have like a game sealing interception right there. But he was wanting to make that hit and he didn't see it. But good Lord, that was
incomplete.
I know it in the first half too that he missed too. Same as almost identical situation. Big pressure, ball's thrown to the inside and short. If he turns around, he's got 6 going back the other way.
Oh, man. We got to work on it. But he was safety. He's not used to doing that. So I guess,
Yeah, that's true.
We got to work.
As Ty Williams Jr., had he seen it, could have had an opportunity to pick that one off.
And Ty Williams Jr. couldn't get his head around as Isaiah Freeman belted.
All right, so now they
on the pass, and this is going to be a long field goal. This is no gimme here for Starling. So
this is going to be a 42-yarder. His long on the season, 36.
This is no gimme, but it's a gotta-have kick for Starling.
4th and 9. Snap bobbled, kick on the way, and good!
All right, so we
up
go
30-27 in double over.
So we get the ball back, and first down, we start running. And all we need is a touchdown to win, and the field goal to go back to double overtime.
He picks up 6. It'll be 2nd down and 4 for North Carolina A&T.
Don't worry about they picked the meter. So now, hey, Coach Gibbs is just like, I'm going heavy with my dude, right? I don't care what the scenario is. I'm giving the ball to 35. And 35, you take us home. That's what you don't know. When you do a scout report, Doug, you don't see how quick his feet is and how light he is on his feet, man. Like you know about the bowling ball, and he'll knock out your inside linebacker if he puts his head in there. But man, that was shifty, right?
It's shifty as they come, man. And I'm telling you, he's that much more elusive when you're thinking about him running over you when you're trying to tackle you. Especially when he's that much harder to tackle when you got your eyes closed. And some of these guys have to close their eyes.
That's awesome.
And look, at this point, I think Mac David.
The only problem, Mike David, you got to block somebody.
Yeah, I think at this point, Mac David was hobbled. It was a little. I think he was hobbled. But yeah, it's one of those.
Mike David was running with the Bulls.
He was give the ball, get the hell out of the way. He block somebody, get out of the way. Because Western is looking for that goal line. Yeah,
Mac ain't touch a soul on that play. Good Lord, come on, man.
Yeah, he's a little hobbled.
Come on, guys. Let's make it happen.
First down and goal to go for the Aggies at the 6-yard line.
All right, we got one more.
On the carry.
At this point, I don't know. Anything can happen. You can fumble, but I'm like, this is academic now. Oh, the way that line was moving, I had no doubt we were about to score. None.
Come to beat.
And shout out to Mike Day. Mike Day was the start. He had the leading tackler for us last year. Coming back to this year. We got a phrase up on us. Hold on. I think I got it again. I might have messed it up. Hold on. Let's go back.
Second down, goal to goal at the 5.
Sorry, y'all. I messed up the last part, but you guys got the picture. He
at the 5.
Third time he tried.
Second down, goal to goal at the 5.
I want y'all to see this. There it is. We get in 33-30. Crowd goes wild. People lose their mind on the sideline. And now we got North Carolina Central a couple days from today, Saturday night. What's it? No, 4 p.m. 4 p.m.
4 o'clock.
Oh, yeah. Craig, you think it's already sold out, huh? You said tickets going to be available at the box office.
Everything I found out this afternoon and it's sold out. There are no tickets to be got on campus anywhere. So, like I said, get on the internet, go to one of the many ticket services and see if you can find some. But the home side, the home field advantage is going to be extremely important this week because Durham's going to bring a lot of people. They're going to bring 2,000 or 3,000 folks with them. We just need everybody this week to stay.
Now,
no matter what the score is.
Are you sure that their alums have gas money to make that trip down 85? Because I don't know. We can assume anything at this point.
Well, they got car washes down there.
Okay.
Bake sales and selling hot dogs and beef pies. And,
they'll figure it out. All right. They'll figure it out, huh? All right. So 4 p.m. at Truist Stadium, the dog house, as they started to call it. Dougie, what time are you gonna start firing up the grill, man?
Well, in the words of Craig Turner, you got your ticket. You better get there early. Get there early. Man, I'm not even setting a time right now, man. Games at 4. Gates open 5 hours before game time. I'm gonna try to be there 5 hours before game time. That's the goal.
Yeah. All right. So look, and like I said, I got to commend you. Never take for granted just how great that fellowship is over in the what's that called, the blue section? That what y'all call that? The blue lot. The blue lots. Yeah. Oh man, it was wild. Great seeing everybody, seeing little DJ and Angela and all your family. That's awesome, man. Like I say, you guys, life is short. All we have are our experiences and the connections we make with one another. So, if you got a chance to come out there on Saturday, if you're one of the lucky ones that still has a ticket, don't miss out, man. I think it's gonna be great weather too. It says like maybe like 80 degrees and not a raindrop in sight. So it's gonna be like what they call
just
chamber
like
of commerce.
Yeah, the good Lord's blessed us with another great one. But that's why we do it, man, for weekends like last weekend and this weekend coming up, man. It makes it all worth it, right? To be able to celebrate, run on the field, congratulate those guys, congratulate the coaching staff.
Yeah.
Look up, see my dad. He crying. I'm like, what are you crying? What are you crying for, man? We celebrate, but that's how happy he was. And you realize how much it means to people, man, and just the total elation. And being able to go back to the tailgate and celebrate with the Aggies, man, like, oh man, it makes it all worth it. So awesome weekend, man. Awesome game. And this one immediately, like Craig said, immediately we started talking about celebrating this next weekend. So yeah, we got to take care of business first. But, we're on the right path.
Yeah. So guys, we're going to open up the show to all you misfits. We haven't had any fan feedback in a couple of weeks. So we got to do it. But before we do that, I want everybody to take what you're doing. Go ahead to that little red button. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, we need your subscription so we can get more access from YouTube to do some cool things with the site. So everybody, let's just try to get like 25 new subscribers by the end of the show. You know, I'm not sure where we at, but we gotta get over that 1,000 threshold. So everybody, log into YouTube if you're just watching as a guest and go ahead, subscribe, take the time. But we're gonna bring in some gentlemen who've been waiting patiently. I'm sure they want to give their thoughts on Saturday night's 7th Heaven Miracle game. We bring in a couple usual suspects. 94, what's going on?
Aggie pride, fellas. Aggie pride.
Yo,
I hate that I got on that shuttle going back to the car. That's all I can say.
Oh, you did it.
Oh.
Shame on you, man. All
Won't
right,
happen again. I can tell you that.
Let's also bring in Mr. A&T Roy. What's going on, T Roy?
Hey man, I got some. Can I tell y'all something?
Yeah, wait. You gotta wait because we gotta bring in one more guest. He's been waiting there, and I'll give the mic to you when we get started again. It's Billy J. It ain't been a while since we've seen Billy J.
Billy J.
What's
going on, guys?
Man, it's a pleasure.
Aggie pride, guys. Let's go.
Aggie pride for real. All right, so Troy, you got the mic, man, because heard that you were telling everybody, you were warning people. You were like a prophet. You were saying, "Do not leave. It ain't over." And I think a lot of folks didn't heed your warning. They missed out on history. These guys, 94, one of those guys, he didn't listen to you. But, hey, like I was telling you that night when you was kind of getting off the cuff and talking some things about your better half, about her alma mater. all you can do is warn folks. So you try to warn them. But what's going on, Troy? How you feeling, man?
Hey man, listen. I think we all are clear on here, and everybody out in Al Gore's internet land.
Yeah,
we're all clear that God is an Aggie, right? But what I do want to tell you all is this: God also loves A&T Roy, and the reason I know it is, guess what? Saturday night, September 13th, was my birthday, baby, and he gave it because it was my birthday. Yes, my man.
All right. Hey, so that's what you like 60 now, right? 660?
6-0, baby. Hey, listen, our players played outstanding. Our coaches coached outstanding.
Yeah.
The foundational reason we won that game is because it was my birthday. There it is. Now we're gonna make it my birthday month. So
let's celebrate it this Saturday as well. Then.
Yeah, man.
There you go.
Let's extend this. Hey, so 94, man. So you telling me you was already headed back to the triangle while this overtime was going on?
Man, I was going through some PTSD, and that coupled with the wife not feeling as good as she normally would. She didn't make the trip with me, but yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I was going through a little bit of PTSD just thinking about what we've been through, and I tell you what, I'm glad that I did at least tune in to the radio coverage to hear it, and it blew my mind. I wanted to turn around and come back, but I'd already hit 40. I mean, but it was like I couldn't believe it. It's a different day. It's a different day.
Different day, man. Hey, like I said, you weren't the only one who thought that it was a matter, just a lost cause. And let's be perfectly honest. There wasn't a whole lot of signs that a miracle was, on around the corner, because Noah Sanders was struggling with that passing game, and he has a kind of unorthodox throwing motion. Hey, Dave here. Dave, what's going on, man?
Hey,
What's up, man?
Yo, Dave, what's good?
There he is. There he is.
What's going on?
Keep pounding. It's hard for me to say right now, but keep pounding.
Listen.
Whew.
I don't know what they pounding in Charlotte right now.
Right. Right.
I don't know what they pounding in Charlotte right now.
Hey, but Dave,
I'm with you there, Dave. I don't know what we pounding on. We getting pounded. That's what we doing. We getting pounded.
Yeah, we are. Pause. But yeah.
But what I was telling guys about Noah Sanders. So this is the deal with Noah Sanders. He is going to have a difficult time keeping his accuracy because his throwing motion, you can't see me because the way it's blocked. But basically, when you as a quarterback, the one thing you want to do, you want to keep your elbow right when you're throwing the football over your shoulder line, and he dips his elbow underneath his shoulder line, and that causes that ball to sail. So you'll see him missing a lot of balls high. And he's 6'2", so it's not like he can't see over the line or whatever. But it's just that his elbow is just kind of side. He has this kind of sideways Uncle Rico throwing motion. So short passes are actually going to be tougher to make than the long passes because you can kind of get away with that when you just kind of sell the ball 40 yards. So that was the issue with him. At the end of the game, he had to throw the ball downfield. They couldn't baby him anymore, and that's when you start seeing some of those completions. But before that, before that unsportsmanlike conduct, he still had missed his first 3 throws on that last drive. So it was looking bleak. Who
He
you
probably
guys
just had to wake up.
Yeah,
Had to get himself right.
But who do you guys anticipate will be the starting quarterback Saturday? Because they say Nelson Lane looked like he had head injury, neck injury, or even concussion when he left in the first half because he got his helmet was knocked off on the play. But the word I think started circulating was that he was in a boot this week and he might just be an ankle injury. So who do you guys anticipate was going to start for us Saturday?
Noah Sanders.
Noah Sanders.
Yeah, probably Sanders.
Yeah, Sanders.
I mean, that's what I want everybody else to hear because other people outside of us watch this show.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say Noah. I expect Noah to start.
Okay.
Hey, I'm saying KJ White.
Oh, you going KJ
Quit
White?
Snitching. Like you don't understand how this works, A&T Roy. Quit snitching.
Yeah.
but
I still think it's Noah. All jokes aside, I do think it's going to be Noah. I did actually have a conversation with Nelson at the presser on Monday, and he's trying to get cleared, but I think it's going to probably end up being Noah.
Nelson's trying to get cleared with that ankle. Yeah. And
Hey,
go ahead.
I think they got to go with Noah based on where he left off at. And so one of the things we have to realize is that Noah was actually with McGee in the spring. So, it could be the case that, hey, he knows that thing a little bit more. And he's kind of coming through.
He was with McGee in the spring, and he was number 7 on depth chart headed to last week. So I don't know if there's a vote of confidence. All right, let me bring in. We got one more guest. Full house tonight. We got man Jeter. What's going on, G?
Doing good, man. Doing good.
What was your takeaway from before we get started? What was your takeaway from Saturday, man? Were you able to witness the game in person?
Yes, sir. I was there to the end.
Of course, you say.
Yep.
The individual proof.
Yeah, me too.
I was there too.
Because I guarantee you, all 15,803 people who were at that game, everybody's going to admit that they stayed. They're going to say they stayed to the end. So,
but I have evidence. I have evidence.
Wait.
I have a witness. I was sitting next to one of your co-hosts.
Okay.
Wait. Craig, didn't Dave get up to leave one time and I told him
no.
Oh, you just paced. That's what you were doing.
No, I actually, you know what I was doing? I went before the first half ended, I went to go see another AD that was in the crowd. I went to go see Tiffany Dawn Sykes and I chopped it up with her for a little while.
Okay.
Then I walked back to my seat.
Yeah.
I thought I saw you leaving and I said it's not over. Go sit down.
No. I was there. I saw Craig and I went to go talk to Craig, ask him what we're gonna do about these quarterbacks. And then the comeback began.
All right. I don't know about that. But so
Craig was right there with me.
Yeah.
Yep.
We celebrated everything throughout the whole thing. So.
You ain't lying.
And to be fully transparent, if he was at the game, you saw KJ White. He was warming up. Well, he was dressed at the beginning of the game, throwing passes, and then obviously, he put back on his t-shirt and was on the sideline. So I think he's close. I'm not going to lie and say that he's not trying to come back this season. I think that is a plan. I don't know if it'll be Saturday. I don't think that the two quarterbacks who dislocated their elbows against Central Florida, I don't think they'll be back. Braxton Thomas or Champ Long, I still saw those guys in sleeves Saturday after the game, but I think they'll be back before the end of the year. So we're gonna get some of these quarterbacks back before the end of the year, but who's gonna be healthy by Saturday? Right now, Nelson Lane, last time they saw him, he was in the boot, and Noah Sanders is still the last healthy guy we got. Do you think that panel, all you guys jump in? Do you think that's going to be enough to beat Central, a healthy Noah Sanders?
I think the big thing that's going to be enough is us being able to win up front. If we can win up front, we can win the game.
Got to be a team effort.
Like
team effort.
I'm not trying to say that. I'm not trying to say the quarterback's not important, but I think what's more important right now is being able to beat them up front on both sides of the ball. If we do that, we can win this game.
We got to short the game too.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jeter. What are you saying?
Yeah, and he needs to be able to complete some of those short passes. I mean, I like when you can hit the bomb, but if he gets good blocking and gets some of those plays across middle of the field, short passes, that can make a difference. We got some serious wide receivers that are fast.
Yeah. Right. And I would love to see us attack the middle of the field a little bit more.
We got Craig. We still got 3 or 4 good ones. Like the tight ends did not just
right. Keyword tight ends. Keyword tight ends.
They didn't transfer right before the year. We still got them. We just got to get the ball to them.
Listen, when you're concerned about keeping yourself in the ball game, and part of the reason you won the game is because you were in the ball game and had a chance to be there. Because you put yourself in that position. And when you're concerned about turning over the ball, we've talked about it before. Yeah. One thing you try to do is keep the ball out of the middle of the field, because some of those high throws and those balls you were saying were selling. When they sail in the middle of the ball field, they're tip passes and they're interceptions. All right,
they can get them.
So that limits or not limits, it dictates some of your play calling. And as you become more and more comfortable, you'll see the book open up. There's no doubt about it. We're going to have to play well at quarterback to win the ball game, guys. Like we can run the ball, and that's going to be part of our game plan, but to keep them honest and have some splash plays. Right. Keep them out the block. Just like Saturday, right? To get back in the game, we had to have a big pass play, right, to get us in position, not only to win the game, but to score the touchdown and give us the points. So that's part of college football. And so it's in Little League where we're just going to hand it off and do some dink and dunk. Like we're going to run our offense. And I think it's helpful that they'll have a second week of close to starter reps, right? Like he had last week, and he is a Division I quarterback. So we'll see the playbook open up, and just like we did this past game, hopefully the coaching, will match up to his skill set, and we'll have a game plan, and we'll go out there and play, and we'll put our best foot forward. But of course, we want to run the ball, we want to stop the run. But you think about last year, we said some of the same things last year. We thought quarterback, we had to play well at quarterback to be in the game, and we lost our quarterback early on. And it was the difference in the game, right? So, as well as we were able to do on defense to keep ourselves in it, open it up with a kickoff return, ultimately, it was our inability to put up any points and have an impact on offense, which was impacted by us losing our quarterback. So I think that matters, right? Like it matters when you're trying to win the big.
And we can't lose anymore. Like Dave, you watch a lot of superhero movies, right? You heard this term called plot armor. Where like the lead character, he just is invincible, right? So I'm thinking, since we only got one quarterback that's healthy, there's no way he can get hurt. There's no way Noah Sanders can get hurt. He's the last one standing. Come on now.
Unless we have someone come back.
All I'm gonna I think they're gonna have 2 of the injured ones on emergency, because you're gonna have to at this rate. We haven't had a game where one didn't get hurt, right? Outside the opener.
In a minute.
But for me, I think when we go back to how we're going to win this game, we got to get to Walker Harris.
That's what I was getting ready to say.
We got to make him uncomfortable.
Yes.
And we got to figure out a way to stop Mosley. Mosley's good. That running back they got, he's legit. He's good. He's good. And that's why it's imperative that we have to be able to match them up front and try to dominate up front. We got to give that off.
Sustained drives.
Hey, so look, Troy, do we have enough up front that we can get pressure on Harris without sending like jailhouse blitzes? Can our front four get to him and cause him to get off platform?
I'm concerned.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to put it out right here, but after this,
hey, stop now.
We'll talk about it after this.
Oh boy, this is a news show. What you got, Troy? You know,
no, I'm not doing.
I don't want this news out. Okay.
All right. So I think y'all a little bit paranoid, but Jeter, do you think that we got enough on the edge, enough in the middle that we can? Because I just hate to commit Central and Walker Harris. He's a veteran quarterback. He knows how to read defenses. He sees when the safety's cheating down. He knows when you're using somebody in the second level of defense to come get him. He knows how to drop it over your head. They killed us on that little angle route last year at Central. Jeter, do you think we got enough guys naturally to get home?
Well, I'll say this. What I'm hoping is that our linebacker crew makes smart plays.
Oh, linebackers, yeah. Yeah.
And I think along with that defensive line that we can do it, but we need smart play and maybe even a spy on that quarterback.
Yeah. Well, and then 94.
I think a spy would help.
A spy, yeah. But he's not okay. So he's been running more this season, but he was never like the guy we just played at Hampton where 1, 2, 3, take off. 1, 2, 3, take off. Like he wants to stay in the pocket and throw the ball to his guys. He's not going. His first option is not to beat you with his feet. But 94, real quick, run out of time here. So this running game has got to be there, right? Like Wesley Graves, JT Smith, those guys have got to get 4+ yards per attempt. They got to get downfield, bust some holes. And what's up with the Blizzard, the Snowman, and Jalen Hicks? We didn't see those two guys last week, right?
Right.
We saw Blizzard. I mean, Blizzard got a couple of carries. We didn't see.
I remember seeing Blizzard. He did play a couple plays.
Okay.
But it's going to be a heavy dose of them because, again, and I'll repeat myself, but we got to shorten the game. We got to sustain drives. The best defense is a good offense, and if we can control the ball, control the line of scrimmage, as you guys have said, we give ourselves, I think, a good chance. But we got to shorten the game.
And do you think we're going to have a significant advantage in special teams? You think that our guys, because look, Page, our punter, he's a weapon too. You want to talk about Money Brown? Congratulations, he was the co-CAA Special Teams Player of the Week. So salute to him. He's been awesome. He's even really improved his kickoff lift. But Page has been changing the field on his punts. Still got Aaron Harris in our back pocket. He can return one anytime he needs one. Do you think we're going to get, you guys, everybody, do you think we're going to have an advantage on special teams?
It could be an equalizer for sure.
Say again?
Could be an equalizer for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. I think both our punter and our kicker are better than theirs.
I'm talking about returners though. I think
Harris is legit.
And we have a return breaker in Aaron Harris. I haven't seen Cortez. Lane, yes, I haven't seen him out there yet. But Cortez, if he can get out there, he can do that. But 88, he's taking that spot. So we'll see.
Kennedy looked pretty good, man. Like he has a little bit of burst, and he's been here for a while. I'm glad he's finally get a chance to make some. And Coach Gibbs kind of tipped his hand. He is going to lean on the veterans, like he said. Aaron Harris, Jamison Warren, guys who have been Money Brown. Wesley Graves, guys who have been here, paid their dues. When it comes to crunch time, and guys who he trusts is going to be those veterans. All right, so let's go. Hey, we got to get out of here because it's about 90 minutes. So let's go around the horn. Let's just give our final thoughts on Saturday's 7th Heaven Miracle win, and then this upcoming matchup on Saturday against the Birds. Man, how you feeling, Jeter?
Well, I kind of go with what was said earlier. I think we need to put pressure on that quarterback and throw him out of his game.
All right, Dave, what you got for me?
And up front, we win the game. And to Howard, if y'all don't beat Hampton this year, I don't know when y'all going to.
Hey, Dave. So you might have monitored the scuttlebutt. What was Hampton's coach saying about this game? Did he fall on his sword, or he didn't
apologize?
Really? Wow.
He didn't apologize. I watched all the pressers. He didn't apologize.
Does he have a Napoleon complex? I know he's not. He's kind of vertically challenged, but
I will say this. Yeah. That loss bothered the hell out of him.
Yeah, it shows you true colors,
man.
Man.
Press conference, he took a couple minutes to go over what the heck happened. Then he had his weekly press conference today.
Who he put the blame on, himself or somebody else? He blamed the players.
Well, I mean, he talked about he took the heat as a coach. He took the heat.
Okay.
But let me tell you something, man. I've talked to some Hampton folks. He better not lose to Howard on Saturday. Okay. Because it's the way that they're losing, right? Like the Little City State game, they probably should have lost that. And a lot of it was because of the lack of discipline. They got a young team. They lack a lot of discipline. So if they have a more talented roster than Howard, they should beat Howard on Saturday. I just don't think they will because they're going to find a way to screw it up. Just being honest, and even some of the folks I do a show with feel the same way.
Billy J, what you got, man?
Oh well, like Dave said, we got to win the battle up front, and I think the key playmaker will be on special teams. If we can make some big plays on special teams, I say block a punt, block a field goal, something like that, that could be game changer.
Troy. Before you go, let me ask you a question.
A couple things. Definitely got to make Walker Harris.
Can you hear me, Troy?
And just let him sit back there.
You got to delay, Troy.
So you said Walker Harris is not good for some reason.
He got the 60-year-old internet.
Say that again.
Dial up.
America Online. America Online. Yeah. Hey, so
say it again.
I was going to ask you, do you think we're going to see any type of promotion on the Jumbotron for any type of giving or AAF initiative?
Just the email.
So any type of barcode? Are we going to use that? Yeah. Are we going to use that Jumbotron to get the word out this week? Roy.
Oh, I have no idea. But here's what I will say is we got to make Walker Harris a bit uncomfortable. Yeah. We won't play defense like Southern University did and allow him to dink and dunk down the field. And people have to remember we lost our starting quarterback and our top two running backs were out last year. That would have changed that game for me. So we'll see what happens.
Okay. We didn't lose the coach though last year. So, I mean that's a factor in it as well.
That's cold.
Yeah, you know what? I think that's going to be a big factor having one of Central's old coaches coming back to Aggieland. I think that's going to be a pretty factor in our favor.
But the defensive coordinator the defense coordinator and
secondary
Cord and the secondary coach and Tony McRae both flip sides. And
Charles Bankins flip sides too from the Brown regime. Charles Bankins is on the staff there over at
really
on the road.
What is he coaching?
I think he's the running backs coach. Yeah, he's a running backs coach.
Yeah.
So I think he's going to get promoted very soon because.
What was he coaching for us?
Running back
and special teams, right?
Yes,
special teams and running backs.
Yeah, that might be advantage us still. So
right, and then just on the fact alone that Coach Gibbs understands the rivalry. It's not like I hate to say names, but not like how Coach Brown was last year, where he had no clue, no clue whatsoever. So Coach Gibbs know what the deal is. This is not another game. Keyword, not another game.
By the way, that was shade. Y'all know it's shade. That was shade. That was shade. Y'all got to pay attention to shade. That was shade, and I love that shade.
Yeah,
that was shade. Because Brown said it was just another game. Both years.
Right. Yeah. Brown did say that. I remember him clearly. He said
both
that.
Years. So he didn't get it. Nice guy. He just didn't get it, man. He just didn't get it.
No, he didn't get it.
He didn't get it.
Yeah. Yeah, but Coach Gibbs get it.
Yeah, he gets
that's for sure.
Well, so many things he didn't get. I mean, he stopped or was not 4 players being down on the field from what I heard.
On sidelines. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, come on, that's all changed now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
94.
And like I said, Coach put it well. Like I said, hey, you think Ohio State and Michigan see this as another game? No.
Right.
So it's the same way with us. So, it's a rivalry for a reason.
Yeah. 94, what you got, man?
I think everybody has pretty much hit on the main points. The thing that I want to really touch on is the intangibles. What I saw on Saturday night was that Coach Gibbs believes in his players, but more importantly, the players believe in Coach Gibbs. They know they got somebody that's going to ride or die with them. And I think that is going to make the difference. You can't put a price on that.
Good point. All right, AD Fresh. So, am I understanding that High Point Andrews is 3-0 on the year? 4-0. Oh yeah, 4-0. 4-0. Good Lord, that's got to be the Fresh effect. That's got to be the Fresh effect.
I don't take one snap, call one play. I try to.
What a difference AD makes.
What a difference AD makes, man.
What a difference AD makes,
man.
Take
good
credit,
job,
Doug. That's how leadership works. Take credit, Doug.
Really?
Those guys putting in the work. Yeah, credit goes to those guys putting in the work. But as Coach Gibbs and the guys say, something bad happen, keep playing. Something good happen, keep playing. Right? That's what it's going to take this week, man. You got to battle through the adversity. There's going to be some ups and downs in the games. Things going to go your way. Some things might not go your way. But just like last week, you got to keep playing, keep fighting. But Coach Gibbs said it, man. It's going to take some grit, right? It's going to take some toughness. We're going to have to hit harder. We're going to have to run faster. You name it, man. It's going to take every ounce of what you got inside of you to pull this one off, this game. So those guys are getting ready. Coach Gibbs will have them ready. It's going to be a heavyweight fight. We're out to prove something, right? We ain't got nothing to lose. I know they think we do. It's a lot. It's a big game. You never want to lose to those guys, but we coming out swinging. And those guys know what time it is. I think folks outside of the program can see how big this win was for our program and the momentum that it gave us. So this is not the week to want to line down in front of the Aggies. So let's keep it going, man. Let's keep building on it. And Coach Gibbs and staff go out and do their thing, man.
Yeah. All right, final word, CT.
Well, I'm kind of like Dave. You gotta win the battle up front. The biggest thing we have to do on defense is we've got to not give up splash plays. We have got to cut. We got to make them earn every yard that they get. Central's got a really good offense, so they're going to score points, but you got to make them work for it because they tend to score their points in bunches. They're not a team that normally sustains a lot of drives. They hit you with big plays most of the time. That's how they score. You got to make them go the length of the field. We got to have them put together a 14, 15 play drive if they're going to beat us. That's the mindset we've got to go in there with. Make them earn every yard. Offensively, we got to run the football. Ain't no ifs, ands, and buts about it. We got to be able to run the football because if we can run the football, shorten the game, and limit their chances on offense, we got a really good chance of winning. Of pulling an upset there. But Central, make no mistake about it, folks. all joking aside, Central is a really good football team. But they can be had. If I'm, and I'm sure Coach Gibbs knows this, because if you go back and look up the New Hampshire film from a couple of weeks ago, you'll get the blueprint on how to beat Central.
Man, I'm going to watch the film, man.
They ran the football. They ran the football.
That sounds like homework now. He's giving us homework assignments, right? We got to go watch some game film.
Yeah, that's what they did. And New Hampshire's supposed to be down this year. That's the crazy part.
Yeah,
they were like when they went up to Durham, New Hampshire, and beat them. New Hampshire was like nationally ranked when they pulled that off.
25. Yeah, 25.
Yeah. But this New Hampshire team is not as good as the one in that one. So Central definitely can be had. I mean, they've only beaten one FCS program so far. They've only beaten Southern, and Southern is obviously not that good this year.
Yeah,
not that good.
Everybody's getting Southern. Everybody's getting Southern.
Except for Valley. Valley never gets Southern.
Yeah.
Everybody else.
Well, guys, if you guys still want to remember the euphoria of Saturday night, go to bluedeathvalley.com on our homepage, and we got not one, not two, but 3 photo galleries for some of the top photographers on the planet. Of course, Dr. Michael Simmons. I mean, he got some shots. Actually, we're gonna start a new segment. I'm gonna start having like photos of the week because we got guys who really just artists. I mean, this guys are just can capture every moment, and it's have the right frame, the right angle. But we had Dr. Michael Simmons out there taking photos. He has his gallery up. We got, of course, the OG Darren Tyler. He was brand master on our forum, and he's in the band, Darren Toller, and he took some wonderful photos. He always gets like the cheerleaders floating in midair, upside down. I mean, just unbelievable. And then we got a guest photographer who's helping us out again, Levester Hart. And he has some high resolution, beautiful action shots. Check out bluedeathvalley.com for Dr. Michael Simmons, Darren Toller, and Levester Hart and all their photo galleries. And they'll be, I think all 3 of them are going to be back here Saturday. So we have some more for the Central game. But we got to get out of here, guys. Already an hour and 40. I'm not going to be in the building. I'm going to be in Philadelphia. I got some family business to take care of. My youngest is playing the game out there for his team. But I'm going to be calling Doug on the phone and getting my messages to find out what's happening. But all you guys be safe. Check out Doug's Tailgate if you can't have a chance. They got a hot dog with your name on it. Hey, Doug, we gotta get the QR code so people can start donating too. They can give y'all, a little cash out and say thank you for your hard work. We're gonna get that working too. I know a lot of people want to contribute to the experience. But subscribe to the show. We need people to subscribe to the show. After you get off here, if you ain't subscribe. We should have about 900 subscribers by the end of the night. But we gotta get out of here. For 94, my man Jeter, Dave, Billy J, A&T Roy, AD Fresh, and the president, the mayor, CT. I am Samaj Marsh. This has been a Victory Wednesday, celebrating that big win over Hampton. About to get another win next week. Inside the Valley. See you next time. Peace.
Pride.
Pride.
Pride.